And I think this is what led me to this week's episode, is kind of like there's that weird in between where imposter syndrome almost lives. Like, it's not that I don't feel like I don't belong in these spaces. I'm just amazed that I'm there. And I think there's a level of humility that leads to playing small. And so that's what I'd like to discuss today, and we'll see where it goes. Overall, the energy and the vibe and the celebration of Latin Heritage Month, which ends at the end of this month, so we got a couple of days left. But it's been every week. They've have different themes and weekends of different things, so definitely check them out. I've put them in the show notes before, but I'll put their Instagram as well to see if there's anything that you want to catch or whatever. Amazing people, like the panels, the people participating. I am very grateful to the people who decided to put this whole thing together. This is no small feat. None. This is major. And so I realized that, I did my best to put myself out there and say, hey, I'm going to be a part of this thing. But it was dope because one of my Voodoo Knots teachers was like, so why did I just find this out via YouTube? And I'm like, oh my God. But it's also like, stop downplaying your dopeness. Like, I put this on my main, I got a lot of Instagrams, but on my like main Instagram, right? And that was literally my lesson for this weekend. I am in these rooms, in these virtual rooms, and everything that I'm doing is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've put in the work for the last 6 months. I have created things, I have worked towards things, I have submitted things, and for me it's felt like, yeah, that's cool, but it's also not enough. Like, all right, what else? And so I don't have like the complete answer, but all I can say and remind us is that, like, stunt on yourself. Like, big up yourself, hype yourself up for how far you have come, how far you're going, the rooms that you don't even know your name is in. Like, when you are in tune with the universe opens doors for you that you could never imagine. Act like it. Embody that. There's a meme that I saw earlier that's like, walk like you have 1,000 ancestors behind you. And it's not walk like it. It's thrive like you have 1,000. Walk knowing. Thrive knowing you have all of your ancestors with you. It's not to be arrogant. That's not what I'm saying, because arrogance disconnects you from your higher self, right? But saying, hey, I am this creative person. I am worthy of being celebrated. I am worthy of celebrating myself. I am worthy of receiving the gifts and the harvest of what I have been putting work in. Even if I'm not everywhere that I want to be, I'm in places I didn't know I wanted to be. And for me it's humongous. Like, yeah, maybe to somebody it's just like a Zoom call or whatever. And for it, I'm in between because I'm still trying to like digest the magnitude of this for me, right? For me it's major. Like, I'm literally here with Jose Olivares, Jessica Salgado, Jasmine, Mendes, Aida. I'm trying to like get her last name, but like established writers we're still always consistently working, right? But yo, like Aida Salazar, Aya de Leon. I'm I'm just overwhelmed, but literally what it is don't feel like you're in this isolated bubble where no one is paying attention. I say that because I'm saying it to myself, and I literally explained this to my friend group. Like, I forget that I am not on this, like, Gilligan's Island type of situation where I exist by myself and I'm screaming into a void. Like, you all have been listening to me, and some for the whole year, some just now, but the fact that people take the time to validate what I create and my existence in the creative world, I can't take that for granted. And I'm only here because I have created things that says, "Hi, I am here. Experience me." And so my friend who also has the podcast of Kiss the audio series and Past Due audio series, that if you haven't checked those out, please go get your life, says I am an experience. What does that entail for you? What are those things, and how can you amplify and celebrate them? I do a lot. I do a lot, and to get far in any of those things, like I literally feel like it's no longer being a jack of all trades and a master of none. It's a master of many in their own timing and their own existence and in their own capacity. And so celebrate that. You don't always gotta be humble. You can say, "Here are my accolades, y'all." It might be the moment where someone's like, "Really? You do all that? Oh, well, let me check out your stuff." And so, just like how my 𝘠𝘦𝘢𝑡's teacher said, it's like putting yourself out there is half of the job, and they're completely right. So, I feel like I've been ranting for a long time. But shout out to my Latinos. Shout out to my Afro-Latinos. Just shout out to Latin Heritage Book Festival. Shout out to Black women, because here we celebrate us. And that's Black women with an X. I am not somebody who is going to discriminate on whatever variation or choice that you make in how you want to identify or don't want to identify. I love you, even when the world doesn't. And I hope that you give yourself that same love. It's been a hard week. And it's not going to be always easy. We are in a time of transition and revolution. And so, to my Black folks, rest is productivity. We are worthy, and that is why our ancestors have done so much to have a life where we can rest and where we can thrive and where we can heal, receive those gifts, act on those gifts, embody those gifts. I feel like we carry the world on our backs. It's time to take it off and do what gives us joy, what gives us ease, what makes us feel luxurious. It's time to indulge and be completely present in life, and that is our own type of revolution. There's different levels to this, but we are worthy of joy. So I know this is maybe, one of the more serious episodes or what have you, but sometimes there are things that need to be said. And so if you can't write anything, if you can't create anything because you're mourning, honor that, process that, sit in that, revisit your inner child and give that child a hug, because it is hard out here. So, that's all I got for you. I'm just here with my biggest key message to summarize is honor the humanity in yourself, especially if you are a Black or brown person. Honor the humanity in others and your own privilege. Be accountable for your privilege, as well as don't downplay your greatness and the importance of your existence in this world. Somebody is waiting for your creations whenever you're ready to let them into the world. So hype yourself up, celebrate the smallest of wins because it all adds up, and allow luxury and ease into your life. See you next week. Do not forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. 𝘭𝑦𝑡 𝐀𝐻𝐯. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the show. Check out our Patreon, the website in the show notes. Rate, review, and subscribe or share with the homie. And don't forget that you are magic. No te olvides que eres magia. 𝘭𝑬𝑡 𝐀𝐻𝐯. Take care and see you next week.